We Are a Champion. Written by Tammy Dempsey, illustrated by Jose Cucocerna. Published by Author House. Copyright 2010. Champion affirmation by Vic Johnson. www.asamanthinketh.net. Used by permission. To Janet Steiner, president of Thorough Packaging, in honor of her favorite saying, "If you don't make dust, you eat dust." Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." Jan rarely takes the path and always leaves a trail of dust. Once upon a time, not so long ago, she who makes dust stood head down, disheartened and discouraged, as she listened to the sounds coming from the racetrack nearby. She so missed being a part of all that excitement. She missed the roar of the hooves beating down on the track. She missed the heat generated by the warm bodies running next to her. She missed the playful bantering that took place before and after the race. Most of all, she missed winning. She who makes dust knew what it felt like to be a champion. She had won or placed in every race she had ever run. Well, that is, until that last race. Her rider had encouraged her to take a humongous risk, a risk that had resulted in a fall, damaging her leg and devastating her career. The trophies and plaques lining her stall no longer made her proud. They only served to remind her that she was nothing more than a has-been. Her name, a name that had once energized and inspired the horse, now humiliated and embarrassed her. Periodically, she kicked up mud and wet hay in an attempt to cover up the tattletale sign on her stall that read, "She who makes dust." With a battered leg and a broken heart, the thoroughbred racehorse was too depressed to even flick away the flies swirling around her face. After all, she deserved to be punished. This was all her fault. With every bugle call signaling the start of another race, she who makes dust scolded herself and whimpered to anyone within earshot. "Oh, why did I listen to him? Why did I make that move? Now look at me. What could possibly be more useless than a racehorse that can't run?" Memories she had once held precious now only tormented her mind. One in particular played over and over again like a broken record. It was the moment the owner had bestowed upon her the name, "She who makes dust." He had said,
"Little one, if you don't make dust, you eat dust. You, my dear, were born to make dust."
She had relived that moment while standing in the starting gate of every race she'd ever run. Before the fall, it had unleashed the champion in her. Now, the very thought only triggered another outburst of self-loathing and pity. "I can't even walk a trail, much less run a race. Just shoot me already, please, somebody. Put me out of my misery." Unfortunately, or fortunately, she who makes dust had spent her life encouraging those that worked with her and around her, and they weren't about to let her give up now, no matter what. Each on their own decided to give she who makes dust a dose of her own medicine. That day and every day thereafter, the groomers came. With each stroke of the brush, they would say, "You are a champion. Every day and in every way. You know it, and everyone around you knows it. You can do this, and you know you can. You can do this, and you know you can." That day and every day thereafter, the stable help came. As one shoveled out the stall and spread fresh hay, the other prepared her food and refilled her water tank. Together they would say, "You are a champion every day and in every way. You know it, and everyone around you knows it. You can do this, and you know you can. You can do this, and you know you can." That day and every day thereafter, the trainer came. As he gently coaxed and coached her to move and stretch and walk, he would say, "You are a champion every day and in every way. You know it, and everyone around you knows it. You can do this, and you know you can. You can do this, and you know you can." That day and every day thereafter, an old friend came, the veterinarian who had helped to bring her into this world. As he placed ointment on the wound and rebandaged the injured leg, he would say, "You are a champion every day and in every way. You know it, and everyone around you knows it. You can do this, and you know you can. You can do this, and you know you can." That day and every day thereafter, the owner came. Morning and evening, he stroked her forehead, kissed her cheek, and said, "Little one, you were born
to make dust. You are a champion every day and in every way. You know it, and everyone around you knows it. You can do this, and you know you can. You can do this, and you
know you can." With the help of her team, She Who Makes Dust slowly began to believe in herself again. Early one morning, the owner caught his beloved horse talking to her reflection in the water trough. He stood out of sight and listened as she said, rather tentatively at first, "You are a champion every day and in every way. You know it, and everyone around you knows it. You can do this, and you know you can. You can do this, and you know you can." After a short pause, She Who Makes Dust said it again, this time with a little more passion and a lot less reservation. The owner's heart surged with joy. A few weeks later, the owner was surprised to find her stall empty. He turned and saw She Who Makes Dust high-stepping it out in the pasture. As he drew near, he discovered she was actually prancing to the rhythm of her words. "I am a champion every day and in every way. I know it, I know it. Everyone around me knows it, they know it. I can do this and I know I can. I can do this and I know I can. I am a champion. Peace out." The owner knew then that it was only a matter of time before She Who Makes Dust would be running her next race. It was time to find a suitable jockey. After searching high and low amongst the riders known to be the best of the best of the best, the owner happened upon a very young man talking to his reflection in a stable mirror. Confidence exuded from the lad as he said to himself, "You are a champion
every day and in every way. You know it, and everyone around you knows it. You can do this, and you know you can. You can do this, and you
know you can." Although he was young and inexperienced, as he had never before ridden in a derby, the owner recognized immediately that this was a man after his own heart, a champion in the rough, destined for greatness. He was a perfect match for She Who Makes Dust. Together, they would be unstoppable. Just after sunrise some months later, the owner was delighted to discover that his horse and rider were already out on the track making practice runs. Imagine his surprise, however, when he saw She Who Makes Dust high-stepping it and then rearing up and then high-stepping it and rearing up again, and all the while the rider's arms and chest were flailing about as if he were riding a bull. Thinking something was drastically wrong, the owner ran towards them. As he drew near and realized what they were doing, he laughed until tears were streaming down his face. His beloved horse and rider were dancing and rap-singing their way towards the finish line. "We are a champion every day and in every way. We know it, we know it. Everyone around us knows it, they know it. We can do this and we know we can. We can do this and we know we can. We are a champion. Peace out. The owner knew it was time to register She Who Makes Dust to run in the upcoming Derby. As the starting bell sounded and the gates opened, horse and rider chanted together to the rhythm of her hooves. Clippity-clop, we can do it. Clippity-clop, we know we can. The groomers, the stable help, the trainer, the owner, and her old friend, the veterinarian, joined in from the sidelines. Clippity-clop, we can do it. Clippity-clop, we know we can. As She Who Makes Dust came around the last bend, the roar of the crowd screaming her name blended with her team's exuberant chant. The combination created the most beautiful sound she'd ever heard. She who makes dust, we can do it. She who makes dust, we know we can. Energized by such unified passion and belief, She Who Makes Dust gave it all she had and then some. She dug deep and found her soul and mojo, the emotional energy and magic necessary to surge ahead of the powerful champions running beside her. She who makes dust by a link, the overhead speakers roared. She who makes dust wins again. One would have thought the entire team had crossed that finish line. They danced and shouted, "We did it! We won! We are a champion! We did it! We won! We are a champion!" Back at the stables, the team gathered around the horse and rider, clicked their champagne glasses together and cried, "Speech! Speech!" Those two, they must have secretly been planning and practicing for this very moment. Without hesitation, they responded in perfect unison. This could have never happened without you, and you. Together, we are a champion every day and in every way. We know it, and everyone around us knows it. Together, we did it, and together we can do it again and again and again. We are a champion. As if on cue, the team linked their arms together, began snapping their fingers and rap singing their song. We are a champion. Every day and in every way. We know it, we know it. Everyone around us knows it, they know it. We can do this and we know we can. We can do this and we know we can. We are a champion. Peace out.